Investigative reporter Michael Weiss here. In 2010, the city of Santa Clara voted to build a stadium here in lovely Santa Clara. It is believed that the city will take a loan of approximately $850 million to fund the stadium, which is expected to exceed $1 billion in costs. This is an unprecedented turn of events for the city of Santa Clara, which until now has been described as just boring. This is a very ambitious project for the cash-strapped city. This could potentially be a financial success for the city of Santa Clara as they look to explore new revenue growth. It is reported that they will receive about $40 million in tax revenues over the next 30 years from developing this stadium, in addition to a $30 million a year lease with the 49ers. Additional revenue can come from seat licenses, naming rights, non-NFL events, all of which could prove beneficial to the Santa Clara economy. Proponents of using public tax subsidies to fund a professional sports stadium point to new job creation, additional tax revenue, and revamping the surrounding economic landscape of the region, and the multiplier effect, as major revenues of Santa Clara to fund this stadium project. While supporters argue that this is a smart investment, economists tend to disagree. I think it is up to me to show you whether this is in fact wise or just another silly decision here in sunny Santa Clara. Just touched down at the construction site of the new Santa Clara Stadium, and it is just our luck. We happened upon a construction crew breaking ground to begin stadium construction. Sir, how do you feel about your brand new job constructing this stadium?
It's such a great opportunity to work in this depressed economy. My digging company has had relatively little income since 2008. And as you can see, I had to sell all my high-tech equipment, but I still have this pickaxe and a shovel. So Santa Clara contracted us to work for the first 5 months of stadium construction.
So, you now have a job for the next half year or so? This must be a serious life changer for somebody of your stature.
Well, kind of. It is better than nothing, although my family and friends would be better off if we had permanent jobs.
Well, looks like you heard it here. Maybe $1 billion is a little steep of a price to create barely even 2,000 jobs. Perhaps this isn't as efficient of an allocation of resources as once thought. So, back to you in the studio. Hello, investigative reporter Michael Weiss here, once again. I just arrived at the Santa Clara City Council chamber of hippies and liberals and DJs. Naturally, this is where you find citizens opposed to building new professional sports stadiums. I have a concerned citizen here, Jace Pratt. How do you feel about this new football stadium project?
I'm against this stadium project. I don't want to pay an increase in taxes, bro.
So, what you are saying is that you don't believe citizens should use public taxpayer funds to subsidize professional sports stadiums because billionaire business tycoons are the sports team owners, and if they want a new stadium, they should fund it.
Yeah. And besides, they reap the benefits of the sport teams, man. They get ticket sales, they can relocate the team, the athletes and upper management get all the profit. Wow, guess who wears the risk? Me.
Yeah, you seem to be very passionate about this.
Yeah, I'm pretty passionate, especially about this issue.
In the case of building a professional sports arena, the multiplier effect says that tourism will generate new spending by people from outside the area who otherwise would not have come in town. The funds cause people in the area to spend money that would have not been spent otherwise. In turn, the funds continue to turn over locally
thereby creating new spending.
I see. So with this increase in tourism and spending, local business owners will get more money and be able to reinvest that into their businesses and hire more locals for the job? Will we observe this phenomenon here in Santa Clara?
The short answer is no. Football will not attract a particularly large amount of outsiders to the arena. Locals will not want to spend their money anyway. The chance of actually increasing the amount of spending that will happen in the area is unlikely. Money that goes to a football team will not be recycled into our economy. Most profits go to upper management and players because these people make inflated salaries for short periods of time. They have very high rate of savings.
Wow! So, most of the money raised at the Santa Clara Stadium is probably not going to be spent here. I guess that answers the multiplier question. Back to you in the studio. I recently traveled to Cleveland, the former home of LeBron James. In 2010, LeBron James decided to leave Cleveland to join the Miami Heat. It was estimated that the city of Cleveland lost $200 million of worth the moment LeBron James decided to leave. Before he left the Cleveland Cavaliers, the economic landscape of the city was booming. Bars, restaurants, hotels were popping up like crazy. Home games were a hot commodity, and ticket prices were through the roof. This was all lost when he left. Let's take a look at what I discovered during my trip to Cleveland.
I am here in Cleveland with a Cleveland plebeian, Paul Lazarus.
Hello.
The former bar owner, Mr. Lazarus, lost it all when LeBron left. Mr. Lazarus, how did LeBron's decision to leave affect your business?
I was rich until LeBron left. Nobody went to games anymore. The hype was gone. My bar went from being a hot spot to a not spot. Nobody wants to get drunk with random drunks when your team goes on 18-game losing streaks. I lost everything.
Is that why you are a hobo living on Cleveland's Skid Row?
Yes. If I could go back, I would not have invested in bar expansion just because the team was doing well. That can change at any point, but I do love being homeless.
Wow, it sure seems like a dangerous investment. Back to the studio then, where we have more information on how stadiums affect the economic landscape of the surrounding region. I am back in the Bay Area with a rabid 49ers fan. Sir, are you excited that the 49ers will stay in the Bay Area region?
Listen, my parents told me stories of how I was conceived in a bathroom in the stadium where the 49ers were playing. I've seen Joe Montana and Jerry Rice win playoff games. I have season tickets, and I would cry and cry if the 49ers ever left the Bay and went down to LA. I swear to God.
Wow, sir, your dedication sure is evident. Sir, would you do anything to keep your beloved team in the Bay Area, even if it meant paying more taxes? I mean, it seems like you unconditionally love your team.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. I love the Niners. See, like I said, I have season tickets, and those cost a lot of money. And if they left, that would be out the door. But, you know, I would rather pay more taxes and be able to see the 49ers any day, even if the money went to the fat corporate banks that are funding to build a new stadium or trying to make them leave. I'd do anything to keep the Niners here in the Bay Area.
Wow, that was well said. Even though job creation and economic stimulus are myths meant to encourage taxpayers to approve stadium proposals, sports are America's pastime. Nothing beats eating chips, sipping a beer, and relaxing while watching your beloved 49ers with a couple of your favorite friends and rivals. Santa Clara's decision may not be the wisest, but when it's all said and done, hosting a professional sports team is about loyalty, passion, love, and devotion. Watching the 49ers fight through adversity on their way to becoming a championship contender will bring an energy to Santa Clara that this city has truly lacked. Sports turn children into leaders,
and losers into champions. So congratulations, Santa Clara. Enjoy these Niners, because the time is here, the time is now. This is Michael Weiss reporting for Santa Clara Public Television. Back to you in the studio.